In 2019, when I was immigrating to Canada and I had submitted my application with IRCC, this is the query which I got from IRCC. The marriage certificate you have provided only indicates that marriage was solemnized. Please provide a certificate of marriage that indicate date of registration. So this is the marriage certificate. Of course, some of the details have been hidden, and it's just to give you a context that you see here, the marriage date is entered here, and then marriage officer has signed on the same day. And then when we come down, there is a seal by the marriage officer and mentions the act under which the marriage happened, and then also enters the date. And all these three dates are on the same day. And this is the wording here. You see here, appeared before me, and that each of them in my presence and in my presence of three witnesses who have signed here under made the declaration required by section. The section is given, and that marriage under this act was solemnized between them in my presence. So this was the certificate which was submitted, and you can check your certificate too in this regard. So when this was sent, IRCC came with this query. When you get such a query, first thing is to reach out to friends and family or someone whom you know is either in that country or has gone through that situation. So some of the recommendations what I got was, when you're sending your reply, make sure you're attaching your WhatsApp message between you and your wife, your social media profiles, and marriage photographs, where you got married, how many people were there, and also where you went for your honeymoon and where all you have. So all those details you add and send. I did none of these things. I did make a reply, and I will show you what those reply were. So this is the actual reply which was sent to IRCC, the primary applicant's name, spouse name, and then the subject as marriage certificate. Then what the query was, that became the subject, query of my marriage certificate and registration. And then the one which is highlighted, this is the query which was sent. The marriage certificate you have provided only indicate that marriage was solemnized. Please provide a certificate of marriage that indicates date of registration. So here what I did was, I shared them the section under which the marriage, so you would have seen the marriage certificate, there the section was mentioned, and then the date of solemnization of marriage is the same date of registration of marriage. And then I went on to give them an explanation that I'm enclosing the act in page 4 of this document. So there were multiple pages I had made into a single PDF, and then what is the role of an officer, the marriage officer, and the issuance of this certificate. So I also gave them the link of one of the state from where I could get this detail. So I gave them official government website link, and that was one thing which I did. Then I also explained that as required by the above mentioned act, I had given 1 month notice of intended marriage date, and the date was specified, and the same has been documented in the certificate itself. The certificate had the certificate number, serial number, then the certificate book, all those details, and that was added as the page 5. So marriage certificate which I showed, that was added, and here I said please refer page 2 of this document, the marriage certificate left hand side edge of the that's where all this detail was mentioned, the reference number when this notice was given, and therefore the marriage certificate was issued on the date of marriage when it was solemnized. So this was the explanation, and further what I did was I sent my marriage certificate. I had about 14 days to reply, and I sent my marriage certificate to Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India for the apostille, and I attached that apostilled document as page 3. So what is apostille and what the process is, I will show you. It costed me around 500 rupees in terms of Indian money, which is close to less than $10 in terms of Canadian dollar. And additionally, I'm enclosing here with Government of India issued passport and the identity card where spouse detail is mentioned, and that I attached as page 5 and 7. With this, I said, hope this clarifies the query on my marriage certificate and registration. Yours sincerely, my name and signature. If you're from India, so this is the website. The link will be there in the description, and you see here consular service apostille, and then they have given the process. This is a streamlined process. When I did it, what I did was I sent my document to one of my friend who was in Delhi. He hand carried it to one of the service provider, and that service provider submitted my original marriage certificate to Ministry of External Affairs and the fee that time for Ministry of External Affairs was 50 rupees. I paid a total of, I think, close to 500 rupees for including the services, which they send me through a speed post courier back to me with a turnaround time of 3 days. So I sent the document to my friend by speed post. It reached him. Next day, he carried and submitted, gave the document to the service provider, and the service provider submitted the document to MEA on the same day. He got the document next day, and next day evening, he sent me the speed post, and a day next, I got that speed post in my hand. So that was in 2018. Now the process is streamlined. So this is the website, and this is the e-Sanad portal. So I'll leave the link in the description. Here, if you see, they have given the outsource agency, and at that time, I definitely did not take service from the first one or the third one. So I exactly don't remember with whom I took the service. It's been some time, but you can do your due diligence. You can call these agencies and find how much time it takes and all those details. So all in all, it took 3 days for me to get the entire document done. And then along with the marriage certificate, which was now posted with this cover letter with link to the government website where details of marriage registration process is given, I made one single document as PDF and submitted it to IRCC. No social profile, no WhatsApp chats, nothing. And I'm here in Canada. So you could be in any part of the world. If you come across similar situation, you now know what to. I hope you find this video useful. There are many other videos like this. Please don't forget to subscribe. Also check out my website where I have organized everything related to my experience here and many tips which might be of help to you. Thank you.